David heard the voice of God speaking in the wind in the mulberry trees. And I just want to remember what I said about the Jewish levels?
Yes.
The simple, the hint, the allegorical, the math. That's more than that, but that's a good gist of what's going on. So what we want to do is look a little more into Genesis 1:1-3, if you don't mind. In the beginning of God's preparing the heavens and the earth has existed waste and void, and darkness is on the face of the deep. The Spirit of God fluttering on the face of the waters, God said, let light be, and light is. So let me just look at this for a second in a little different perspective. First, realize that God created the heavens, more than one, and the earth. As many as 10 heavens. I'm aware right now at this moment of 7 because of the ladder, but Enoch talked about 10. So I'll go with Enoch on this. He knows more than I do. He's obviously deep in, so we'll believe Enoch. So there's at least 10. Think of this. God created these, so God came from beyond the heavens because he's not created. So you want to go to heaven? I want to go beyond heaven. Right? Those are pit stops. I want to go where the Father is. So heavens are realms or dimensions that are for our conscious awakening to himself as he is. Earth is your position or awareness in this dimension called the third dimension, where light is slowed down and seen, and it's speaking of your body or a state of being called earth. It's not about the dirt out there and the birds flying in the trees. It's about you. Dust to dust, it says. I call this the Shadowlands, as things are not as they appear, and the story is about you and about me. That's what it's about. Now let's look at that for half a second. Again, God prepared the heavens and the earth, humanity, was void and in darkness. And on the face of the deep, that's over your face, right? He said the Spirit of God fluttered on the face of the waters. Now, what's water? It's consciousness. Water is speaking of your consciousness, your conscious awareness. And God said, light, let there light be, and light is. When did he do that? That was Jesus. He's the light of the world. He came to bring light into us, revelation of who God is, to take us through the heavens to himself, depending on where you want to go and where you want to stay. Genesis 1 is about humanity and where they are in the darkness, and about Christ coming and the Spirit of God moving over the face of the waters, which is over your conscious awareness to bring you up into himself. That's what Genesis 1:1-3 is. Past the simple. Now, like I said, you don't have to agree. That's okay. You can stay in the beginning. God created the heaven and the earth. That's what I was taught. But there's much more here. Let's look at what David says, for instance. David in Psalm 88:12 says this, will your wonders be made known in the darkness, and your righteousness in the land of forgetfulness? Let me say that again. Will your wonders, Father, be made known to the darkness that's in humanity? is what he's talking about. And your right standing in the land of those that have forgotten who you are and that they're one with you. The land of forgetfulness, the land of veils, the land of where we are in darkness. Will the fact that we are the righteousness of Christ be remembered? Do this in remembrance of me. Common union with Christ. Eat my flesh, drink my blood. It's all there. If we take a look, we'll start to see. So this is what it's about, is about ascending into him. Now listen to Albert Einstein. If you don't like scripture, I'll give you some Albert Einstein. Probably one of the wisest guys that lived. Listen to what he says. Concerning matter, we've been all wrong. What we've called matter is energy, whose vibration has been so lowered as to be perceptible, in other words, to your senses, so that you can see and be aware. Matter is spirit. This is Albert Einstein. Matter is spirit reduced to a point of visibility. There is no matter. You think you're seeing matter all around you. You're seeing slowed down spirit to where people aren't aware. That's why God created the heavens. Time and space are not conditions in which we live, but modes by which we think. They're not real either. There's something we're locked into because our mind has set in these prisons. Time does not exist. We invented it. Time is what the clock says. The distinction between the past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. If I remove death from you, time won't matter anymore. You'll always be in the present. Yeah. Because there's no beginning and no end. Where's God? In the present. My presence is me in the present. I live in the present. I am. Tell them I am sent you. The present. I am. Right? Okay. Our separation from each other is an optical illusion. We're not separate. We're one. All of us. Jesus is telling us these things. Let's listen maybe to Albert Einstein's The Theory of Relativity and what he believed as he looked into the reality of the building blocks of life. When something vibrates, the electrons of the entire universe resonate with it. Everything is connected. The greatest tragedy of human existence is the illusion of separateness. Now we're back to the fall. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. One thing I've learned in a long life, that all our science measured against reality is primitive and childlike. We still do not know 1,000th of 1% of what nature has revealed to us. It is entirely possible that behind the perception of our senses, worlds are hidden of which we are unaware. Heavens. God created the heavens. Where are they? Not up like the Greeks said. They're around you. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. Albert Einstein. So my question is this. Is death...